Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon. I will go through a photography book today. This is by the great Lee Friedlander. It's produced by this house, FM. There it is, Fundación MAPFRE. Sounds very French. Hopefully I didn't botch it and I didn't insult anyone. I've done quite a few different graphic novels recently, so I thought, why not? Let's do a photography book. It is really overcast today. I do have a light on. Hopefully it's not too glary. But anyway, this book I purchased, I don't know, about 9 months ago. I haven't had a chance of going through it yet, so I thought today would be a good day to flip through it. I do have a few other books published by the same house, and I love their books. The quality of the paper and the binding is great. As for the photographer, I originally was familiar with his work because a huge series of his photos are basically his shadows, his own shadows superimposed onto people in front of him. Now, of course, these photos were taken, back in the 70s, so everything obviously is film. I've come to know since then, since 20 years ago, that he also took a lot of different street photos. They weren't just of his shadows. And it appears that even in 2008, he was taking these kind of great photos. Hopefully it's not too dark here. I did try to use the light up there, but this paper is kind of glossy. Yeah, because it's glossy, it kind of reflects the light too much, and you're not going to be able to see the actual photos. This is quite a long interview between him and his wife. This is a great portrait taken by Richard Avedon, most probably my favorite photographer. And it seems to be written by Michael Nixon, who's also another great photographer. Wow. Miles Davis. There's something beautiful about coming into a book for the first time. That's an absolute great photo. And this is Sarah Vaughan. She looks so young. King Curtis, Duke Ellington. I do like jazz music. Aretha Franklin. That's Ornette Coleman up top. That's Ray Charles. This is the great John Coltrane. Don't know Ruth Brown. Look at those glasses. I did see Ornette Coleman in concert once. He was so good. It was like a rock and roll concert. I mean, it felt like a rock concert. Obviously, it was a jazz concert. Let's Count Basie. These old school TVs are amazing. These photos are taken in the 60s. Kind of reminds me of Robert Frank's photos with less grain. I've seen this photo before with MLK. I had printed this one before just for myself, and I put it onto a T-shirt. I mean, there are a lot of photographers who try to capture frames within frames. So you have the original frame, and then you have another frame that's natural. I mean, natural. The photographer doesn't put the frame there. And in this particular frame, he's caught somebody sleeping. Oh yes, I have loved that photo for a long time. That's a great photo. The way you have the arrows pointing that way, a question mark, and then you have this person walking this way and these people walking that way. It's one of the beauties of street photography. You can capture something that's quite unique. I do like these two photos. You have an interesting photo of a guy blocked by a pole, and this one here, I think because it has this white box or trash bin, it makes the blacks kind of pop. And then you have the grayscale on the right here. Just from a form perspective, there's movement here. It's a great photo. I love that photo. Haven't seen it before. Lots of car photos. Gotta love the old-time cars. These photos are taken in Spain. Wow. Gary Winogrand in 1957. I was going to say, a lot of these photos remind me of Gary Winogrand. Or Winogrand. That's a cool photo. Helen Levitt is another photographer. That's Diane Arbus with, I guess, her daughter at the bottom. Jim Dine. Hopefully that didn't just flag me. Jean Genet. That's him. That's Lee Friedlander. Those eyes. Amazing. Okay, this is the mid-60s. I guess this is when he started taking photos of himself. I mean, if I had eyes that looked as great as his do, I'm sure I would be taking a lot of photos of myself as well. There's a famous one of like his shadow. There it is, his shadow on the back of a lady's fur coat. Wouldn't be surprised if this book was called like 101 Ways to Get Yourself into the Photo. I saw this photo a long time ago, like in a modern art retrospective. Most of it was pop art and a lot of pop art, a lot of American art, and it had this photo. And this was one of the first photos that I had seen. I hadn't really thought about appreciating photography as art, but it had this one. If I look at it now, some 25 years later, I can understand you have a real mix of what is a very old statue with what is modern day society, a huge Coca-Cola sign, lots of different billboards, lots of wires, lots of buildings. I mean, it looks kind of strange and out of shape, out of context. I mean, the statue. This looks more like what a statue should look like in terms of, space around the statue. And these are more statues. Oh, that's a cool one. It's almost like he's got the clouds sitting on top of the sign. These white cars or vans underneath dark trees just looks very good visually. I mean, look at that. He has a very good eye. I don't need to tell you that he has a very good eye. That's kind of obvious. We're 185 pages into this book. I'm guessing it's about 280 or 300 pages. What a big hand. That's amazingly large. These photos are from 1970. Again, a pole disrupting your view of a person's face. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, this is his naked section. Walker Evans, 1972. John and Natasha Zarkowski. He's the famous person who did a lot of collecting and publishing of photos back in the days. That's King Curtis again. They're beautiful photos. That's a great photo. I guess this is his son. It looks a lot like him, doesn't it? His face. These photos are in 94. The perspective looks very different, doesn't it? I mean, he's using, I think is that a 4x4 or a 5x7? Maybe a 4x4. It looks like a 4x4, I guess. These photos are taken in Kyoto, Tokyo. These very much look like pictures of people in the 80s. I mean, they are, but it looks like an office in the 80s. Oof. Richard Benson. William Eggleston, the great color photographer, the great artist. Damn. I don't know when he passed away. We've passed the 300 page mark. I thought this book would finish about 280. I was incorrect. These photos are from the 2000s. I have to give him credit for always changing his style, the cameras he used. I mean, he's kept on plugging away, hasn't he? Managing to capture these very unique scenes. Look at that. It's amazing. Shadow again. I mean, you do see a lot of shadows in his work. He's returned back to that original place where he took the picture by the Coke sign. That's a great photo. Giving me Ansel Adams vibes here. I mean, if you're looking for a retrospective or a good collection of Lee Friedlander work, this is a great book. The paper quality is very good. It goes through his whole career. The print quality is excellent. Highly recommended book. Oh my God, it's Trump. Highly recommended. Very happy to have purchased this book. I do like his work. I think he's great. This is the one about the American musicians. I know it started with Miles Davis. I have seen that book before. I don't have it. I don't think I need to buy it either. But I've seen a lot of his books around. He published these ones. These ones were released. Pretty sure I purchased this one. But the other ones I haven't purchased. I mean, I don't think I need to have more Lee Friedlander books after I have this one. Anyway, that's that. Hopefully you enjoyed. Have a great day.